Today we have an interesting topic about survival tactics when dealing with a narcissistic partner. I never thought I'd see this day, because most of the time we've talked about how to leave a narcissistic partner, but today we are talking about that window of time before you can leave.
So let's start by saying you don't always start as a psychologist with diagnostic tools. Marriage does not invite you for psychological course. When you come to marriage, you're looking for love, and sometimes as life gives you a twist. When you're looking for love, you end up with a degree in personality disorder management. You know?
Yeah.
So we cannot start from a point of as if you already know you're dealing with a narcissist.
Yeah.
You usually many times know after. you know that term when you have been butchered, battered.
Yes.
You know, so there's a name of the thing. Oh my, so there's even a name. You know, before you even know there's a name.
Yeah.
You know, the doctors sometimes are trying to introduce your condition to you.
At one point in my former marriage, I remember Googling man shaming wife to his family. Because I knew there's something there. I don't know what it is.
In fact, one symptom is when you have to Google their conduct.
Yeah.
To make sense of it.
Yeah. And it's a whole paragraph on Google.
Because how?
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you try to ask them, they invalidate you as if you're the one who's crazy.
And when you go to the therapist, they tell you it's normal. But you're like, no. I know what I saw.
And as general population, we don't know how to grade therapists.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Many have never heard of narcissism. They don't know it. The concept itself is so technical, but the personality, the problem is so widespread.
Yeah.
The problem is widespread.
It's so widespread.
It's so widespread nowadays. But to get somebody who understands it in depth, they even invalidate you. They become a flying monkey, a confirmation, an assistant to the narcissist.
Yeah.
To confuse you more.
Yes.
So the first rule, yes, avoid the word narcissism. Don't get obsessed with diagnostics. I want you to keep your voices of reason in your life. Keep your community, the sound community. It's not always the same group of people, by the way.
Okay.
As we said, as you marry, as you go through life, your social terrain evolves. Friends fall off, others come in. I just want you to make it a rule that you will not live an isolated life. You always have your friends around your life. There are those people whom you meet occasionally, you talk, you process some things in life, how they're doing their career, how they're doing their families. The biggest challenge to narcissistic psychological abuse is when they have isolated you, you have nothing to measure truth against.
Yeah.
The reason you're going to Google because it was the only person now close you can talk to. Who you could tell some of these things.
Okay.
When you have a person tells you, and is it okay when my wife is talking like this? Is it okay when she's this quiet every once a week? We have to go through this. Is that okay? You need a person to say, no, that this is persistent. You know, at first I thought it's just that behavior, and sometimes common with men, but now, my brother, let's look at this more keenly.
But you told us not to tell our friends about our spouses.
Very good. Thank you for joining that in, because you need to balance it. We said you do not report every problem to friends. You do not disclose, you do not expose. You try to solve between the two of you.
Okay.
But when the one you're trying to solve with your partner is constantly reversing the guilt to you, invalidating you, avoiding, the next person usually is not a therapist, because you don't even know whether it's a problem that is worth therapy.
Yeah.
Usually it's a person whom you know is rational and balanced. Okay. They're not envious towards you.
Yeah.
The problem is when you already know this person is not happy for you and you start consulting them. So they have a chance now to inject their misadvice and they ruin the very thing that you are making them uncomfortable with. Is to say, whenever you have those voices of reason, even without asking them directly, they get your level of reasoning sound by just the conversations, the groupings. And nowadays, lucky for us, it's not always a physical group of friends. It's the online groups you belong to. People have taken sound discussions around YouTube streaming, around Instagram discussions, around Twitter groups, around Facebook pages.
Yes.
So, things that keep your reasoning sound
Yeah.
until what is truth, what is normal becomes more frequently said in your space. in your space, Until now you have vocabulary to describe gaslighting. Not everybody hears gaslighting in secondary school.
No.
So, not everybody gets to hear guilt tripping, reverse blaming. Where do you get that language? Somebody mentioned, what is gaslighting? I had heard this. Is it?
Yeah.
This is it.
I remember stumbling on your page and I was like,
you know,
this is the truth.
A lot of your things given language.
Yeah.
You know, finally somebody can describe what I'm struggling with. What I want you is to keep your voice, keep in touch with your voices of reason, the communities that talk truth. And because you are a seeker, you kept seeking.
Yes.
That's one thing that saved you.
Yes.
If you accept and retreat inward, you'll be isolated and damaged forever. In fact, when they abduct, they usually close you in out of the world. People say narcissists abduct, they really capture you mentally. And they try to cut away your community. That's one universal sign of all narcissists. Your friends are bad, your relatives are bad, your friends are bad, your company, your colleagues, everybody is bad.
Even them, they have so many bad people in their lives.
Yes.
I don't talk to these people, I don't talk to these people, I don't talk to
so
this.
So you like me, you should stop talking to everyone.
Yeah. And it's us against the world.
You know, while that is a good concept for us to build our unique love,
yes,
it cannot be that the whole world is bad.
Yeah.
We should look for somebody good whom we can listen to.
Yeah.
And when you find a person who talks reason, this person trashes them, you know?
Yes.
A person is universally almost, you know that people among the sound reasoning people, why are you trashing Miles Monroe, for example? why would you call that guy crazy, usually? A person who has helped so many people see light.
Yeah.
Move through. Why would you pick somebody like Miles Monroe, I don't know, James Mayer, somebody who has taught Les Brown, people have really spoken to people. I'm not saying we should accept everything people say.
Yeah, we're not saying that.
That's not what we're saying.
No.
But how do you pick on the teachers who just have helped people journey through life? I heard one guy said when he heard John C. Maxwell, he felt a nudging calling and he consumed his books, studied his books. And by the time he get to the place where because he was struggling with leadership, he thought his problem is just work. He realized it's not structure just for practical work. Miles Monroe helped him see, John C. Maxwell, when you are designed for leadership, nothing else will satisfy you. It's when you can coordinate groups that you feel at home. You can coordinate vision, you can see ahead. This to say, when you are being cut away from your community, many times you're dealing with a person who's trying to get you to a place where you don't have an idea to measure truth. When you can have people who measure truth, and nowadays you can just sneak Amazon in your space. University on wheels.
Yes.
As you go around life, play sober materials.
Yes.
Play things that inject sense into you. And lies will always react. Whenever people try to push you, you feel discomfort. Why does this feel so uncomfortable? That they were saying you're being asked to sign a huge loan within 45 minutes. Huge loan.
Yeah.
Within that, you should give consent that they only put everything in their names. Sometimes looks because we are family, we trust each other. That marriage and family is sometimes an umbrella for pathology. Remember that?
Yeah.
Because you're married does not mean you close your eyes. People have used it to abuse and swindle and take away. Investigating officers know it. I don't know why the rest of us don't know it. When murder happens in the family, the first suspect is always the spouse, the members of the family. But the rest of us here, you're so naive. You know they are married. You cannot do that to a married person. Go to criminal investigators. They knew the Bible early. A man's enemies shall be those of his own household. They know that part so well. You too, you could have enemies within your household. While you did not bargain for it, people have changed. And because they have a lot of access to you, they can become a very severe enemy. So the one way to safeguard yourself against narcissism, because again, narcissism and bad diseases, lethal, fatal diseases, we always wish they don't arrive to us.
Yeah.
We always wish we don't get them. So I know if you think you're happily married, you're not thinking of narcissism. That's why I've started by telling you, okay, don't have to think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't have to think about it.
Just keep your sound communities around you.
Yes.
Don't be isolated until you no longer call friends. Somebody taking your phone to trash your friends, that's too far.
Yeah.
Somebody checking your phone to scroll who you're talking to, that's too far. You know a person who can let you have autonomy around your phone to talk to your people. We said, you know a person is genuine when they can face the gatekeepers of your life without threat. The woman has been your mother figure. I can show that this guy can show up there, talk to that guy, the man who this guy has journeyed with. You're not trying to avoid him. And you're not saying you'll approve all of them, because many times as you marry, people fall off your life. Some people are falling off are mentors. So we're not saying they're always right. We're saying that position of having mentorship, you're not threatened by it. That position of having friends whom you exchange ideas, even if the individuals are changing, that's part of life and you believe it, you know. They're not always consultants. It's that they are part of your life, your social infrastructure, social capital. You went to college with some people. Some people don't even talk daily. They don't qualify especially for friends, so to speak. But you are in touch. You touch base after several months, and there's a lot of vibrancy in conversation. And you're not talking every day. You are busy with life. But because you align on values, you align on the things you live for. When you finally meet after so long, you can almost talk overnight. You know, catching up with so much warmth and friendship, because you align on so many areas, and you're happy to see each other grow. You know, so this to say, please, whoever you are, many times we know the word narcissist too late. Just keep it safe that the people who speak reason to you are not broken away from you. Second thing, when you're dealing with a narcissist, you don't try to survive inside the marriage. You're trying to survive with your life from the marriage, from the relationship. Because sometimes they don't need to marry you. Only 3 months of dating, and they will scar you forever.
Even 3 weeks.
You know.
As in those people, they have powers. Even 3 weeks, you're like, so much has happened.
You know.
Yeah.
You're left with so much dizziness and pain.
Yeah.
And these people can throw you to, your body can blow up. Nowadays we have so many, even autoimmune, where your immunity has been stressed out until it is disoriented. It becomes like a pain by itself. Until some of those conditions, you are given initials to remember the name. You're given GBC, something, the condition. And so you have to Google and memorize the
full name.
You know,
because it's so complex, and
you can be taken through such stress within a few weeks that the whirlwind. And you keep seeing people saying we are set to get married in a few, I don't know, weeks or months, but this person, the narcissistic behaviors describing is so open. You just pity this person, you know. Sometimes psychologists and doctors can see what you are suffering, what you are risking. The doctor at least has organic results to show you. The psychologist is dealing with a persuasion and psychological diagnosis, and they need to convince you because they don't have lab tests. The doctor has lab results. As you can see, this is 50%. No more is 40. You know. So you see how they are talking about, and I was telling brothers not to marry ladies who keep blocking and unblocking them. The men who do that are also very feminine and sick. It's not even a masculine weakness. It's not supposed to be there's no man who's supposed to be blocking and unblocking you. It's too sick and weak. That's a weakness for women. It's also not a good behavior.
I'm just laughing because I've seen so many people on your platform saying my boyfriend has blocked me and I'm hoping that he will unblock me again.
People are dragging very feminine men, very, very weak men who don't have anything that could be called masculine. Except the anatomy. A man decides what he wants. Why would I be blocking and unblocking? I block women because I'm done with them. Blocking and unblocking it's very mature. You should block people to remove them from your life for good, because they bother, because you're no longer getting along, and you're not the CEO of the universe. So you're allowing them to exist in their space. Honestly, remember, you're not the general manager of the universe. So if I block you, I'm not God. I've not expelled you from the world. I'm just happy that my small world, you have your small world, I'm having my small world. Let's enjoy each other. Please enjoy your existence. Just because I don't want you in my life does not mean I want you to have misery in your own. I'm hoping you're happy, actually. Please have fun. Just away, not in my space.
But that story for blocking, we'll talk about it maybe. I don't know, in another show.
If you and the signal, I keep telling brothers, the way she keeps switching on and off, blocking and blocking, is the same way she's switching off and on emotionally. In fact, the phone is only a symptom of what is happening emotionally. And she'll be flipping like that, flipping like that, flipping like that.
Yeah.
The women who date men who treat them like that is because the lady herself is unconscious and naive and juvenile.
Okay.
That weakness is too far below to even discuss it. Okay, leprosy is a disease, but because of the way it has been phased out, we don't normally discuss it in hospitals. You don't find diagrams illustrating.
I just wanted to say that when you're rightly blocking somebody who is a bother, is it fair to give them at least a conversation and let them know,
Depends on pre-existing relationship. If they're just an irritant, they're on their own relationship. Which conversation? Some people are just an irritant.
No, you can tell them, I find you excessive in your...
You're a feeler. If you find that closure conversations are necessary, bless you. Feel free to give closure conversations. Some of us don't have energy for nuisance. In fact, there's some things that the angle at which you're entering my life, there's no gate there.
But that's cruel. That's toxic.
No, it's okay. But I'm just asking: will you keep giving energy to everybody who just pokes in your fence to throw their vibe to you? Okay. Some people, you have nothing going on. You belong nowhere together.
Okay.
You get it?
I get you.
But if there was a pre-existing relationship,
okay.
I would have tried even to repair.
Okay.
And by the time we get there, we'll have got into an agreement that we're not rhyming. We're not going on. Some people are former colleagues, you are former acquainted, former classmates, and,
fans.
If there was something going on, but sometimes, like in the public space, you can't always have a way to converse with everyone by the side.
Stalkers. Yeah.
Exactly.
I hear you. I get you.
The previous relationship matters. So you're not trying to repair the narcissist and fix the marriage or the union. From the moment you recognize, again, don't be fixated on diagnosis. Let's keep repeating that. Don't wait until you can confirm that this person is a narcissist.
Oh.
It is too late.
Okay. You
be fixated on diagnosis, and because they never submit for test, you can't get a professional many times to even examine them.
Yeah.
You only have to diagnose with behaviors and patterns. And remember, they're the first ones to call you a narcissist.
Yes.
And then you come asking, am I a narcissist? And they tell you, narcissists don't care about self-reflection. The fact that you care about self-reflection already says you're not the one.
Yes.
They don't care about getting better. If, in any case, they can only get therapists to recruit you as a flying monkey, to convince this person that they are sick. They call you first to convince that if you can write a letter to say they are stressed, they are depressed. So they can use the diagnosis of depression to discredit this person's anything from anyone. This person is mentally disturbed. You're trying to treat them. Even the psychologists certify that. We call them cerebral narcissist. Once they label you as mentally unstable, you're finished. You're finished. Now they take away your properties. Now they discredit you as you cannot even have the custody of the child.
Yeah.
Now you cannot be trusted anyway. And they even bring ambulances and police to restrain you. They have triggered you until you look mad.
Yeah.
They just poked you. Then they record what you are saying when you're angry.
Yeah.
Then they send that to people. Say, I told you I married a psycho. Do you hear now? Do you hear? They did not record what they did to you, to the other way you're reacting.
Yes.
Cerebral narcissists push you to the nerves, and when you lose it, they record you as you kill yourself.
Yes.
To appear like you're just so crazy.
I know, and it does come full circle for them, because if you're recording somebody killing themselves, that's the final. And
because that's rare enough.
Yeah.
Many people, it's not suicide. It's the temper tantrum that makes you look crazy, and you lose your job, you lose your credibility, you lose friends, you lose custody of children, you lose money,
Yeah.
Many times it's what they're cutting away from your life, what they're chipping away, and it becomes a battle. So don't wait for diagnosis. Don't wait until you can have this one, and you're not trying to fix this marriage. When you talk about surviving with this person, you're saying preserving your sanity until you can live away in one piece.
Okay.
You need a plan to live. If you're already invested, you can't just wake up and go. You lose everything.
Yeah.
In fact, you can't even. You need preparation. Many times, if you are invested, you need preparation.
Yes.
Do not confuse preparation with procrastination. Some people use preparation as a reason to stay forever. We are talking about taking practical steps and every day inching away. You know you're moving when every day there's something you moved. One baton, another one. You made a call, you made a check. Because sometimes you have to prepare underground. Because these people are tracking you. They're even tracking your phone, stalking you, you know. Sometimes you realize this is not working. So at what point do you conclude that this is not worth trying to fix? When you see fatal signs, vital signals that this person is not trying to fix things, they are like that. One, do not imagine that abusers are strong people. They are just hollow and empty. They are thieves. Abusers are not powerful. They're just empty. It's like thieves. They're just trying to take away what you have. So you're not supposed to just respond with fear. You're supposed to also respond with anger, hatred. Just despise them. The way you despise thieves, you don't respect thieves. You know they're armed, they can hurt you, but you just put fence and security systems.
Yeah.
You don't live in fear. In fear, they're very powerful people. These thieves, no. I'll just protect myself from them getting to my space.
Yeah.
These are very empty people. Why so selfish and inconsiderate? I wish they rot in jail. That's your feeling towards thieves.
Yes.
That should be your feeling towards narcissists. They're emotional thieves. They are thieves of life. They're just complicated, sophisticated thieves who evade the law by hiding what they're doing, evade society by having double personality, by being charming to society and devilish to you. So they just escape. But what they're doing is really stealing away your essence, stealing your money, stealing your peace, stealing away your marriage. They pretended that they were marrying you and they were just capturing you. So you came here, in the eyes of society you're married, but in reality you're captured. You have no marriage, you just have pain. It's a swindle. If you think about it, it's a swindle.
Today's topic reminds me or makes me think about some people I've spoken to. On many occasions, they complain about the situation they are in. It could be a job, a toxic boss, a toxic spouse, a toxic parent that they are enmeshed with. And every time you try to tell them leave, even when they get an opportunity to leave, they choose to stay. I find that so mysterious, and that's what you'll be unpacking for us today.
Yes, and it reminds me of when I was in primary school and we were looking forward to the breaks. So we endure the lesson, we enjoy the break.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we are counting how many lessons before one bell.
Yeah.
Just you're anticipating the free time, eh?
Yes.
The play time.
Yes.
The meal time.
Yes.
And these are the main reason why you are in school is not enjoyable.
Yeah. And that's the bulk of it.
That is the only one that will have long term. The short breaks have no long term. They're meant to rejuvenate you to go back to the main work, but you don't enjoy the main work. When I look back, I wonder where did we get that? That's twisted.
It's twisted.
Narcissistic relationships literally twist your life. To begin to overlook the main thing, endure the main thing, and look forward to the temporary.
Right. Oh.
You begin to enjoy what is supposed to be only an interlude between the main thing. Let's take the context of marriage, but I want you to know the concept also of having a narcissistic employer works like that. Narcissistic workplace works like that. But things are so reversed that you're supposed to enjoy the marriage itself. You're supposed to enjoy the connection itself. You begin to endure the conversation, the moment you're together, you endure them. You're looking forward to when they go. Looking forward to when you go to work. Looking forward to when you go to bed. You look forward to disengaging interludes. And enduring the moments of connection. Yet the moments of connection are the real moments, the purpose of the marriage. I was going to school to be built into a person. I was going there to be made to acquire this kind of knowledge, to evolve elsewhere, to become another person. But the moments of building, I was disengaged from them. Because of poor mental perspective. I think the fun part is a good part. The part of learning is what was giving me equipment for life. But I don't enjoy it. You miss most of it because you are looking forward to the sweet part. Take me to the sweet part. The bad relationship with narcissist makes you look forward to the negative, to the place when you're not engaged. Yet when you're engaged, that's when you're supposed. Perhaps if we became more intentional to try and engage with the class, engage with the lesson, we would ask ourselves whether that's really our thing, because I've really tasted it and the taste is not good in my mouth. But if I'm always avoiding, I'll never tell whether it sits well with me. If you pay attention to the marriage and say, I want to enjoy my marriage, I want to enjoy my relationship, I want to enjoy my love, I want to feel supported, I want to grow, I want to cover milestones, I want to see myself moving forward, I want to see expanding, I want to see us big. If that's what you bring to marriage, you will know when it is viable or not viable.
Yeah.
So, because we don't bring that presence, we are tilted to looking for small escapes, and buying time. At least 1 year is gone, the day is gone, at least a week is passed, 1 more month, at least now, at least.
That makes me so sad, because I get so tired of listening to people even telling me, I think I'll get a mpango wa kando because this guy is not treating me right. I'm like, but why don't you leave?
Exactly.
That's an option. You're an adult.
Exactly. So I want to tell you why we don't.
Yeah.
We get so twisted to look forward to temporary reprieve and the reliefs.
Yeah.
That we don't ask ourselves, is the whole thing worth it? Lily, when purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. When you don't know the purpose of marriage, you'll abuse it.
That's heavy.
Yes.
When purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable.
Yes.
It's coming.
Yes. You'll abuse the time you have to live.
Yeah.
The time of your life.
Yeah.
When you don't know. Lily, don't marry before you know why you're on earth. And don't marry a person who doesn't know why they're on earth. Because marriage is a facility for that.
Yes.
Marriage is a bigger equipment for that. It's sad when people are telling you, I feel late for marriage, I feel so desperate, my life has no meaning. They have not, it's purpose they need, not marriage.
Not marriage, yeah.
My car has no fuel, I feel so bad, I should just fuel, I don't know where I'll get the fuel. Where do you want to go? What's your destination? Maybe you are safer at home. Perhaps having no fuel is better.
Yeah.
You cause accidents there. You have no purpose, you have no business being on the road.
Yeah.
If you discover where you want to go now, we'll facilitate.
That's true. That is so true.
You can even call where you're coming. Guys, I want to come. Can you fuel me? They can fuel. Sometimes it's your purpose that fuels you.
Exactly.
Marriage is just fuel. Decide the destination. Marriage will save you from trekking the long distance. You'll have a ride. But the ride can't make sense when you're just moving around, sleeping here. You loiter and your day is past.
Yeah.
One guy observed that whenever he was going to work in the morning, the donkeys were not excited. He's going to carry sand, he's going to the construction site, he's going to ferry firewood, he's going to pull things. Donkeys are just like, whatever.
Where are you going with this?
In the morning, they are not tired, but they're bored. They're just nonchalant. But in the evening, when they are really now tired, and he is coming home, they are excited and anticipating. They are going. They are moving quickly. In the morning, he had to push them. Now they are the ones he has to catch up with them. They anticipate the rest.
Oh.
The work is done. They're anticipating rest, refreshment, to feed, to take some water, to rest. They have served the purpose. When you are aware of the work, you're just there. Sometimes be careful when people are too excited. Are they aware of the task? This donkey knew the work ahead. Just going to work. No much hype. Sometimes people are coming to marriage and are aware that it's also work. It's fun, but there's a long journey to go. When you marry a person, telling yourself 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, child one, this project one, project two, this, there will be both acceptance of the journey, but also awareness that it's work. One reason we stay long because we don't know how long we are supposed to travel with a partner. That's why you are enduring one bad week, another month of silence, another cold treatment, another ignorance, another painful year, another. Where are you going with this? Lily, if you have a sense of time and a place you need to travel to, part of where you need to travel to financially, for example, is to build a succession of wealth for your family. Are you achieving that? Are you on track? One place you need to achieve is a succession of healthy life, well-being, psychological wholeness for my succeeding generations. Am I building that? A legacy I want is my gifts having benefited my world. Am I achieving that? My journey involves, as I traverse decades, turning 30, turning 40, turning 50, daddy at 60, daddy at 70. I want my children traversing with a dad who's like a solid rock. Am I achieving that? Or am I always stressed? I'm looking for your mother. She did not come home. She's not talking. She has not cooked. She has disappeared. I'm running after her. When you're aware of where you're going, you have a means to cross-check. The first reason we don't live narcissist is because we have been convinced that we are flawed. We have a problem. We are the ones who need them. We are the ones being helped. We are the project. We are the problem.
We are the project.
Yes.
Hey.
They are enduring so much. They're even trying to work on you.
Yeah. Some will even beat you down psychologically and pay for the therapist.
Yes. And cerebral abuse. It's called cerebral. They take the abuse to the mind.
Yeah.
They can even say you have a problem, you given psychiatric care.
Yeah.
You can get you admitted. And they can trigger you, then film the reaction.
Yeah.
You know, when you're only shown one side of the story, the person can look crazy. When people trigger you to madness, and then they capture the response, they record the audio, you can look crazy.
Yeah.
And I've met people who have been so abused, cerebral abuse, mental abuse so much, that they're saying, please fix me. I know I'm the problem. The hardest thing to help these victims is they're asking you to change them.
Yeah.
They've been convinced that it's them. The abuser is very okay.
Yeah.
And they manage to perform some acts early on, like paying this, paying for your visa.
Yeah.
They perform some acts which will become now the constant reference point of their goodness.
Yes.
Frequently, they will overlook a mess you do.
Okay.
Frequently, they will marry you when you've already messed your life. You have 2 children with the wrong people. Frequently, they will pick you when you're pregnant. Frequently, they will pick you when you're in a crisis. Frequently, they will. But they know they're picking you from a negative, because from where they can work on you. They can work on you all through.
Yeah.
They know when you're on your feet, you may not be manipulatable.
Yeah.
But when you're in debt and they pay it, when you've just lost a person, you have just been trapped, you have no job, you're being fired.
Yeah.
They rescue you in that crisis. They can put you in a worshipful position. So you come here convincing, they did this to me, they did the other one. You know, this lady and accepted my child, this lady treated my mother, this lady built the house. They do some things to look like a good person.
Kwanza, if they have money,
yes.
Yeah.
I've done this, I've done that, I've done that.
Yeah. They wrong you, then they take you for a trip.
Yes.
They buy you a big gift.
And you feel like now we are back. I want you to see and understand that it is the mental reversing of the narrative that is the hardest. Yeah. Now, the problem in self-condemnation is that you never try to challenge it. Notice this. When other people condemn you, you try to challenge it. When they tell you, you're good for nothing, you can't keep this job, you can't keep this marriage, you can try to do it just to prove them wrong.
Yeah.
But what if you're the one telling yourself, you're good for nothing, you can't keep a job, you can't keep a marriage?
That's
you won't even try to do it. And when you see it happening, you sabotage, you stop it.
Yeah.
Somebody trying to marry you, you stop them. Somebody trying to love you, you stop them. The job trying to align you, stop it. Self-condemnation is so bad because you never rise above it.
Yeah.
This is why it is so important, Lily, to actually brainwash yourself that you are a great person.
Wow. Just brainwash yourself that you're a great person.
Yeah, in some world. It may not be apparent now.
Yeah.
Do you know your mind is such a powerful ceiling, you can't rise above it.
Okay, let me throw a question there. What's the difference between brainwashing myself that I'm a great person in a healthy way and an unhealthy way? Like, what's the difference between positivity and
when
delusion?
it is delusional,
Yeah.
you don't move in that direction. When it is positive, you actually believe it.
Right.
The difference is when it is positive, you believe. And I'm not saying awkwardly saying, I deserve this and you have not earned it. It's just telling yourself. There's a woman who had run bankrupt trying to treat one of these conditions of the reproductive system.
Right.
You know, we lost a woman to a very difficult condition. That she was a popular journalist.
Yeah.
Endometriosis, difficult words.
Yeah.
And for once, the positive side of the story is society can now talk about those conditions. There was a woman in the Bible with a condition like that caused constant bleeding.
Yeah.
Too shameful to discuss, too painful to hide, too private to show people, too evident to hide.
Yeah.
She tried to get treatment, money ran out, she only got worse. People do guess what, treated wrongly.
Yeah.
Do you know it's what she told herself? There was no preacher who encouraged her.
Yeah.
When she heard there's a healer around, and she can't get his audience, she's unclean. You don't get in their culture, when you're in that bleeding, you don't touch people. But you know, she kept telling herself, if only I can touch the hem of his garment, I'll be made whole. If only, if only, if only. She didn't get his attention. It was impossible.
Yeah.
Lily, sometimes you can't get the attention of the king,
Yeah.
of the princes, of the rich people.
Uh-huh.
No. You don't have that privilege.
Yeah.
But the hem of his garment is the farthest
Corner. Yeah.
And I told myself, if only I can read a book by Monroe, I'll understand wealth. If only I can read a book by Napoleon Hill,
Right.
I'll understand how to. If only. If only. You tell yourself something achievable,
Yeah.
and you go there like that, and it transforms your life. When finally the healer looked back, he told people, somebody touched me. Hey, everybody is pushing against you. Someone touched me in faith for something else. That's what he meant.
Yeah.
Somebody tapped.
Yeah.
You know? And she felt in herself that she was whole.
Yes.
That is a portal opened there.
Yeah.
God whispering to you that sometimes, even when I don't seem to be aware,
I know.
no, you can get things to open. Because he was not aware.
Yeah.
He had to look. Who is that?
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have a lot of attention in the spotlight. This society likes spotlight.
Yeah.
You can get things to open in private.
Right.
This is to say, when I say telling yourself, is big forward movement that you believe if you achieve it, it will change your life. And then believe as if it has already happened.
Yeah.
If only I can do this, I know this will happen. There will be setbacks, sometimes it may not, but because you are determined to move in that direction. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people turn their lives around. We were doing mentorship and we visited a certain home when we were in college. We were fond of that. We found it a better pastime to do mentorship to young people.
That's a good pastime.
But, you know?
Yeah.
So a person would invite us to their home, one of the college kids. So when we met that time, it was a brother and a sister who were in college. One of them was just joining college. We were advising them about courses, about life and all that. A small younger sister who had finished class 8 insisted to come along. Tiny kid, where are you going? Stay home with your mom. No, let me come.
Yeah.
So she insisted. And I will never forget the photo because she was seated by the side. She can't understand this language. She's too young.
Yeah.
But she sat there. As the story unfolded, the brother and sister for whom we had come did not even stay long in the mentorship programs we were doing. It is this younger kid who clung on.
Wow.
She clung on. And because of us, we helped her get a better school, even she went through university, we mentored her. Today, she's an established woman, having her life,
Wow.
flying higher than all the other people for whom she had come. What did she tell herself? If only I can hang around these guys.
Yeah.
I can learn something. Let me try.
Yeah.
Let me learn something. No, let me come.
Yeah.
That is what I'm calling brainwashing yourself forward.
Love it.
You can tell yourself,
Yeah.
I know. And sometimes it becomes miraculous. In fact, psychologists are struggling to explain it. Even Napoleon Hill said, people told themselves things that were ridiculous, like Christopher Columbus, that he explore the world. No. He had no status, he had no name, nothing.
Yeah.
But he believed it so powerfully, he brought it to pass.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to believe it that way, without any support.
Yeah.
Believe it without support. And remember, I told you, the world will always try to bargain you down once. Set a high price. So that even when they try to bargain, you are still high. If the price was $1 million, it will never come back to 10 shillings.
True.
It can only come to have $500,000.
Yeah.
When a narcissist has managed to twist you from positive brainwash of your greatness to negative brainwash of your smallness, you're such a problem. You never try to leave because this is your fixer. In fact, do you know that they hear many people, they hear the word narcissist from the narcissist. they are being called narcissist.
Yeah.
By the narcissist. That's how twisted it gets.
Yeah.
And they separate you from every friend because you're being influenced badly by your mother and by your friends. They influence you, cut them off. Why are you talking to people who are misleading you? I'm trying to help you and you're talking to wrong people.
Yeah.
You know, nobody understands our life. Forget about the counselors. The counselors don't understand us. Nobody can tell us about our life. Only us can tell about our life. And all that.
Yeah.
If you try to contact a counselor, they also contact the counselor to brief them about the patient they're bringing to you.
To give them a medical history.
Yes. And I've experienced it a lot. The narcissist introduces the victim.
Oh.
We are sending them to you. We have really been trying. They're very charming. They're very charming.
Yes.
We've been trying. And because I know they're yawning caps.
Yeah.
I always pinpoint it. And they don't like it. If this person is so problematic, why are you still married to them? No, my friend, you are the one controlling the game. And the person comes there crying, Akif, you can only help me. I know I can be, I've improved this way. I've only... You're trying to tell them, you have no problem. I'm not perfect. I know I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. I also have my problem. As far as this chaos is concerned, your contribution is zero. You're a victim.
Yeah.
That thought is very hard to settle in their head. You know, a thought can hit you like a thunderbolt.
Yeah.
They're like,
how is that possible? They're wondering how that is possible.
You know.
Yeah.
The victim usually ends up committing suicide if nobody rescues them. One narcissist recorded the woman he had managed to manipulate, drinking poison.
Yeah.
Seated there. Are you dying?
So now you want to die.
That's how deluded they are. They don't think the world can tell. They just want the world, the court to know I did not kill anybody. They kill themselves. Look. They just want to exonerate. That's how egotistical, proud, insensitive they are. They don't care about your life.
Even the other surprising, shocking thing is that a few months later you will find them with another girl. Even after they broadcasted their madness.
Outside they're very charming. They're very charming.
But they broadcasted their madness. How come I didn't see me as the girl who...
They go for a desperate person. You see, they don't go for a weekend people who can reason. They don't go for people who can ask questions.
Yeah.
They go for people who cannot ask questions. That's why they must establish dominance early.
Yeah.
So the first reason these people don't leave is because they think they're the ones with the problem. If they know, whenever you want to rescue a narcissist, stop trying. Immediately wake up and leave. That's why it never works. That advice can't work with victims of abuse, of narcissistic abuse. They don't have the mental wavelength to leave. Waking up and leaving is a process. So the second reason they usually don't leave is because they have been paralyzed by being disconnected from all support or strength.
Yes.
So if they are working, they've been put in debt. Or their money has been assigned to bills.
Yeah.
Or they've been separated from the work altogether.
Yeah.
Their friends have been chased away. The person will even take your phone to quarrel, whoever you're talking to.
Yeah.
A friend you've heard from primary school, somebody comes to spoil that. Why do you let that happen anyway? You should safeguard your relationship like their money, because they're actually worth. Your net worth. That's credit. Your relationships are credit. Why are you letting a person insult a friend? You came from so many... I don't know. Some of the friends where you met them, you can never repeat that, isn't it?
Yeah. Primary school, kindergarten.
You can't go back to college and struggle in assignments and exams and the friends. The company you worked back there, the experiences where you got your relationship sometimes you can't repeat it. If you sacrifice that, you're just being foolish. Don't let a person take your phone to text people, con them money, insult them. Don't be so naive.
If you've been following conversations that Benjamin Zulu has on this channel and on any other platform that he's on, then you know he is very loud about narcissists. And it comes from what the word means, why it is so difficult, and why these people are so difficult as well to deal with. Now imagine being in a relationship with one, finding out in the relationship that you're actually dating one, and then you've been listening to Zulu, and Zulu is saying you need to end it. And then now you're caught up there not knowing how then do I break it off with a narcissist? Well, this show is for you.
You know, and many people don't even know that word. Many victims don't know what they're dealing with.
That is true.
And because of, I believe, satanic influence, even the word for those people is very hard to pronounce.
It is.
So
I can't say it with the S and M.
I mean, narcissism is so.
I can't say it with the IC, the one that's end.
Yes. Yes.
It's difficult. Writing it is even worse.
Because of a conglomeration of factors, they are mysterious. And yet we have to deal with them daily. So they're made like ghosts. They haunt you, but you can't lay hold of them. And I told you one solution, because the biggest solution with these people is awareness of who they are, how they behave, how to avoid them. We have listed in the past some of the things to avoid.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing is to just follow due process. They depend on your unawareness to arrest you. Their favorite is the young and naive who run on feelings to get into relationships, and they believe people are good-hearted.
Yeah.
And this person can act good-hearted. Their favorite is this man who can just sleep with a woman early because they're dating. And she can ensnare you with pregnancy and turn your life upside down.
Yeah.
Let me announce again unfortunate circumstances, unfortunate things about life that you don't hear spoken of.
Okay.
Not all problems are solvable. Not every situation you get into is recoverable. I know people want to maintain hope for this second chance. Today's topic, I'm bringing you possibilities that there are some things you'll never recover from. Sorry to say, Mikari, some people ask questions and I know you can't handle the truth. One lady worked in a hospice, home for the aged.
Yes.
And at some point it reaches that they're dying, they're going. And she said, that's how you see how people are prepared to end their lives, to conclude their lives. Whether when death comes, they can agree. Many people fight. She also worked in a terminal illness ward, and she said she was assigned 2 patients. Ladies, one was diabetic and there had been amputations, and she was on the last days. And the other one, it was a bacteria eating up her organs. So they were given bad news at around the same time.
Okay.
That within a few days they would rest. And one of them was just happy, saying, I'm happy, I'm done my work, I'm at peace.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to go. Don't bother yourself too much, doctor. The other one refused. Do something. You can't tell me that.
Yeah.
So they had called the head doctor of all the departments to come, and she couldn't agree. And it gave this lady was explaining to me so much grief that she said she doesn't want to work in that. People are fighting with inevitables, and they have lived in a way they are not prepared. Let me tell you, there are some things that are irreversible. Just like she watched at the end of life, when things are no longer about bargaining, but embracing.
Yeah.
And that was physical illness.
Yeah.
Many of them are just, they will come at some point, or, the end of life, that is assigned for all of us. The problem with it today is you can kill your love life while you are alive by wrong choices. You can meet people who have gone through so much by bad choices. As much as you like to be motivating them, all they can do is palliative care to try and get along with the situation, to try and survive around the situation. Many of them are otherwise handsome guys, otherwise beautiful people, but the kind of burns, when they categorize burns, injuries by fire, they have degrees.
Yeah.
And there's a level of burns that you may never restore the skin really. You just want to stop pain and live like that.
Yes.
Maybe they can try to work on the face, maybe. But for a larger part, narcissistic relationships are like fire. And those who ask whether, is it possible to coexist with a narcissist? Is it? I tell them, either you don't understand this word, you don't know who you're talking about, or you are those who sleepwalk through life.
Okay.
Sleepwalking, we talked in another show and we said, when you have not found your center, your core, your meaning, who you are, your definition then is always from those people who love you, the relationships you are in. And you cannot detach from the relationship, even if it's killing you because you have nowhere to go. Usually you detach from bad things to go back to your life, to yourself. I would rather be myself. Thank you. I will not have that. I would rather be okay. I will be okay. I was okay before you came. I'll be okay after you go. Hey, come on. That's all you reason when you have a home in yourself.
Yes.
When you have no home in yourself, you can't even imagine. You try. And they keep asking you that question that leaves me saddened. They say how this lady is destroying this man's life. Accusations every day and stressing him out and unfaithful, hardly coming home. I'm saying, so bro,
When it starts with low, it's going down.
Because I can see he's asleep.
Yeah.
What is the dilemma here, man? What can I do? Between what and what? And many of them are not looking for solution. It's not confusion. They're not even asking advice me. They're asking think for me. They don't have another form of existence except the relationship.
Oh, goodness.
That is the worst state. If you end up in a relationship with a narcissist when you don't have a home, when you don't have a home emotionally, a way to live on your own, a way to live your life, you've not prepared a way you can stand on your own 2 feet and see the sunshine and conduct your day and laugh and see life on your own. If you never reached there and you jumped into relationships, I'm sorry, not all problems are correctable. I know motivational speakers want to keep your hope alive. The kind of damage they do to your soul when you give your all to them and keep it there is the same damage when you sit in fire. Same damage. You may be rescued alive, but some things will never go back to where they are. No. And we call you again, make sure you possess and lay hold of your identity yourself. Share love. Don't get obsessed, swallowed. Go to love at a time when you're on your 2 feet and you hold hands with another, stumble through life. Should anything happen and they can no longer hold your hand, you can still stumble on your own.
Yeah.
It is less glamorous because there's no romance now, but you're still alive. You're still going with your life. You may find another, you may decide to go, you're still walking on your 2 feet. And I repeat this, there's a depth to which you can dig yourself into problems, but even if you're rescued, you'll never live normally. Yes. So today, a warning. A warning.
Yes.
There's no place. There are some situations in life where love and relationships have rules. Some of the consequences of violating the rules are lifelong.
Yeah.
Please announce this to whoever will listen. Because people keep thinking if it doesn't work, I'll come out. You come out holding what? For you to come out, you must have something else you're holding on. You never put anything that is firm in your life. You drowned in this relationship. How will you come out? There are people who know they should come out Mwikali and they can't come out. They don't have the soul strength. Mental stamina is a thing. When you don't have that capacity to pull up a decision, that muscle feels lame. In fact, when they think of walking out, they feel panic attacks. How can you approach something that is giving you panic attacks?
No way, never.
So
Ow. You hear the panic attack, but the damage.
So normally when you want to attempt a bigger decision, you feel fear of failure. Normal people feel fear of failure, but they still have the courage
To step in and do it.
But those who don't just feel fear of failure, but they feel paralyzed.
Yeah.
they feel caged, and that's how they resign. Many people are resigned. They walk around, but they're caged. They're prisoners, are resigned. There's no more to their life. They may not commit suicide, but if they see death coming, they will not get out of the way. They don't have hope for life. So the people we are discussing today have killed people, but gotten out, escaped the law because they don't technically break the law.
They don't. They just break your heart. Tiny little
break your spirit. They break your spirit. No more people break your heart by pain, emotional pain.
These ones break your soul.
Yes. They break your will to fight. Please. What we are discussing here is not a small thing. It's not a small thing. You know, people today who are being beaten to pulp, hospitalized and go back there.
Yeah.
Abused financially. They have taken loans of years to facilitate this person.
Yes.
And they still keep there. When they talk, you feel sick. You know, some people's energy is very sick. They explain what they have put themselves through, and you feel sick. Oh my God, what are you talking about?
Because you're healthy.
Which life is that?
Yeah.
They lost their will to fight. And even when they explain them on these forums, there are forums where there is no solution, just venting whatever garbage you've collected for your life. And people enjoy the garbage. People find it entertaining. Now I know why horror. You know, but it said sometimes when you hear me saying I'm relaxing, I'm just watching some Netflix to relax. It's a real life crime.
Yeah, true crime. I watched one last night. I'll never do that again. I was awake at 1 Zulu. I was calling Jesus.
You see nightmares. So yeah. The people watch horrors that people have gathered in their lives, and they simply surrendered. So today we are advising those who still have the will to fight.
Okay.
There's some people who can't watch this show because we are not saying anything new. They know they should be out.
Yeah.
Procrastinated, skipped a stage. Somebody who leaves school to go get married. I don't know. Me, I don't even take it in. You know, people think everybody should listen to anything. No, I protect my inner environment. If you want me to handle garbage, do what you do with neurosurgeons. Pay them.
Yes, please.
Now, they'll put on masks, they'll do that to conduct this surgery. But if you weren't doing things, and I keep telling people to stop saying contradictory things. You don't tell a doctor I swallowed poison. Now I'm wondering why I'm diarrheaing. I'm wondering why. If you never ask doctors that, why are you saying, started dating this guy in campus? Now, stop. Why do you want me to listen to that?
Yeah.
Pay fast. I'm not interested. You swallowed poison. Thank you. Enjoy the consequences of poison. Do things at the wrong time, the wrong way. And this is the annoying story about baby mama and baby daddy stories.
Okay.
Unless it was marriage that didn't work. If you started having premarital sex, what else were you expecting? You knew, oh, this is possibility. You have more than abundant examples around you. You thought somehow you're special. Go on with your special, yeah? And it has become so widespread. I don't know, most people are normalizing it.
Yeah.
No. What you sow, you reap. And it told you clearly never to join the mob to do iniquity. Just because it's common, popular, baby daddy, baby mama. My friend. And I hope somebody, there's a guy who did the public a favor because he was living a casual sex life. He was sleeping with his dancers and he got infected. So he started recording his deterioration to death. What was he doing? A warning.
Yeah.
A warning. People don't do that. They usually withdraw from the stage.
Yes.
So you think it's still an option. So if you're trying to run away, and when we say narcissists, we mean people who are so selfish, manipulative, unfeeling, heartless, perfect pretenders until the world cannot tell that they are devils at home, who try to crush your spirit at every moment, exploit you, and they usually don't look for weak people.
No.
They look for people with a life,
yes,
with a soul, with vibrancy, with a future. And again, the most naive, whom even the world has no mercy for, life has no mercy for, is the child of the baboon who went dancing, did not know the boundaries of the protection of the mother, jumped into the water pool and swallowed by alligator, and the story finished. I'll keep using that story because we have a lot of children of baboons jumping around into pools around. Jumping, being swallowed, and the story ends. Even your mother can't help you.
Yeah.
Observe boundaries. Remember seasons. Jump around. Get swallowed. How many destinies have been negated? One reason I believe we are behind it because those who are supposed to lift every part of community and families sell their souls. These premarital, the premature things and impatience and thinking the moment you leave home, that should be the thing on your mind. It aches me to death. And I keep telling them, my friend, can't tell me anything. I was a student. I was a student as well. I was a student. Please, I'm not a visitor.
No.
To Jerusalem.
No, I walk the same path.
You know.
Yeah.
And I want to tell you the procedure. Number one. Now, relationship with a narcissist is not a relationship. No more relationships end up with a breakup. You break up and go your way.
Yeah.
Relationship with a narcissist is captivity. They have captured you. You are their victim. They get their energy for life from you. By bullying you, they feel powerful, strong enough now to face life. One mark of narcissists is they can't live alone. They must always have somebody.
Yeah.
They are very weak. They are vaporous inside. They have no identity, no ego strength. They lack the essence. There's something you are describing that your soul requires to be engaged with a higher meaning.
Yes.
God placed it that way. You are designed by a spirit called Elohim, and He designed you in His shape, in His image. You're a spirit like Him. So there's a thing about Him He left in you that only by connecting with Him do you feel complete.
Okay.
Locks are very good, but when they don't have the key, they're useless because they're totally locked.
Yeah.
You are like a lock. When you don't have your key, you're useless. Can they help us? There's a specifically shaped space there for a particular key to make you function and click. So these narcissists they neglected that part of becoming themselves, and they reached a point where they must arrest and bully out of jealousy and envy and anger that you have what they don't have. And it must manifest in mothers towards their daughters, mothers towards their sons. It's a human problem. It's not a gender problem.
No, it's not.
It's in men and women.
Yes.
And as I told you, the two cases where prominent men went to the court or went to public being harassed by women helped us to recognize that men can be victimized
Absolutely.
by women.
Yeah.
So the first solution is to know you're not doing a breakup.
Oh.
You are doing a prison break.
Ha! This is the big one.
Please.
This
Please.
is huge.
Please.
Okay.
If you keep approaching it like I think we should just part company. We go look for each other's life because I think we are not doing it.
We want to do it lightly because we don't want to be dramatic.
Decently.
Yeah, that's how we were brought up. Be
You keep
nice.
approaching it that way, you never do it.
I agree.
Do it the way you'd run from a prison. Plan it quietly, execute it. Let news break that you left long when you're left. Again, I repeat, the narcissist can't live without you. If you stay long enough, they abuse you and they're done with you, they usually discard and replace immediately. They usually find another person, then discard you. When they have reduced you to garbage, when they have reduced you to nothing, when they have taken away everything from you, these are the damages you might never recover from. I must keep reiterating this. As you entertain, don't think there's still a chance to recover.
No.
Some things, your life is too short, my Kali. You don't have 1,000 years here.
Nope.
Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You are somewhere, look at how many years in front of you versus how many years you've lived. Now, take a chunk of those years for recovery only. You don't have all that strength. No. Hey. So it's to remind us that you're getting away from a person who never agreed to an amicable breakup. And if they agree today, tomorrow they change their word. It will be nasty. Prepare. Don't approach it traditionally, because the person you're dealing with, you have conscience.
They don't.
They don't. You have decency and humility, and you keep your word. You have a need to tell the truth and be polite and protect your reputation. So One is prepare for running away, for breaking away. And if they know about it, they will thwart it. You cannot take initiative from them. If you stay long enough, it's them who will discard you after they have chewed you. Hey, sometimes they walk out. Sometimes they kick you out. Sometimes they, anything. Get another person, bring another person there. You know, I saw an article that in the US where a guy brought another lady home to his wife and declared that he loved her. And that lady the woman shot him, the gun. Now he's dead. When you stay long enough, they can reach that point of discarding in the most shameful manner. And the person who sent me the article was telling me, let's remind each other that good people can be made to do outrageous things if they overstay in places of provocation. We have good people. I've worked in prison, and many people there are good. Imagine. There are people there who are hardcore.
Yeah.
They are kept there for the safety of the public.
Yeah.
There are other people there who, one girl was saying, I was in campus, I was a student, I happened to have a boyfriend somewhere. She's mentioning it casually.
Okay.
And yet it is that relationship that ended up, the guy was a master provocateur. They got pregnant, and when she was pregnant, he's coming here quarreling and fighting, and in those fights, she stabbed him with the knife and he died. And that's how she's a student, pregnant, with a drunkard boyfriend. No. When you overstay in the wrong places, you, a good person, can be pushed to the corner. You do things that can get in situations you might never, that thwart your life permanently. And I felt the pain. The second thing about breaking up with a narcissist. So number one, prepare for prison break, not an amicable breakup. The second thing is prepare for an aftermath. There's a fight after they learn you left. They usually fight that day. They usually contact your family if possible, to win them if possible. One guy said the lady literally has camped in his home with his mother and his father. They have a child. They got a child in those campus nonsense again.
Yes.
They were forced to live together. But he knew this girl is after money, after status. She doesn't love me at all. The guy was doing a big job, either engineering or something. He was in his early stages of getting into a job, but internship taking long, you know. But she can see money coming, and the family was well off.
Yeah.
So all the upkeep was sent to her because she's the one taking care of their child. The parents of this guy are trusting this girl because she's very friendly, comes home, cooks for them, they have time there. They have a daughter now, who is also their grandchild here. So she has pocketed the parents. The guy is totally alienated. Nobody can listen to him. And this girl says, if he shows you the charts, the words he has been told, you feel a knot in your stomach.
No.
The most vulgar. But she's a very good girl to the parents, cooks for them. She knows how to get into the hearts of African parents, to be nice. And so the parents organize dowry. They take dowry. They push this boy. You see, your problem is don't do good things. The time has come. You already have a child. We are take up. So, because the world doesn't know.
Yeah.
So this guy, after they had a sitting, he took courage now. I think some people get themselves a little tipsy to get courage to talk. So he told the whole family, I don't want this relationship. I just want co-parenting. You continue the plans, the two families. Continue the plans, and you seem to want this girl too much. Adapt her for yourself. Me, I'm not marrying this girl. Oh, seems God. Like you love her too much. Adapt her. I don't care.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And he left. And from there, the guy launched another campaign of even saying, I know this guy is psychologically disturbed. We can get a psychologist.
Excuse me?
You know, and you look at him until you hear the inside story. You will not even know what is going on. So, after the breakup, and he said, I don't want.
Yes.
They scale up the game to win everybody and isolate you. So what he did, now he was entering into jobs. And he was asking what kind of advice. One thing we were telling him is, move far away, start another life. It might take a while for your parents to wake up. But before you leave, show them this text, show them all the evidence you have, and go. They believe or they don't believe, just go. So move away from the town, this lady keeps popping up.
Yeah.
Send money from far. And you can send the money either to her or to the school. Just avoid too much direct contact.
Yeah.
And because she's nice, dressed nice, and when she looks, when in front of people, nice and polite and agreeable.
Yes.
When you look at the talk versus who is seated here,
Oh God.
you can tell. But only when you're an expert and you've been trained enough, you can always see when this, because every now and then you see flashes of hostility, which has been pricked.
Okay.
Even in front of people there.
Yeah. But then she knows how to
Yes.
quickly.
Yes. So, and then eventually he succeeded. He followed the strategy.
Okay.
And it worked. I told him, table the evidence, time when the parents are there and she's not there, drop the evidence there. Let them do whatever they want.
Okay.
Then you tell them, I'm changing my life. This, I've been dirtified because church everywhere, everybody thinks I'm a devil.
Yeah.
I need to start another life. And this brings me to the last step, to the third step, of many times, depending on the degree of nastiness and how many years you've spent, this person has spread negative vibes in your social circles so much. You may not want to embark on cleanup. Then it take too much time.
Yeah.
Do you know that people went silent on you after they contacted that person and you don't know what they were told?
No.
People don't know the influence of these people.
Oh my God.
There are people who went silent on you because they picked their contact and they were told one thing.
And that's it.
Then you begin to wonder, what happened to Brayo? We used to talk to Brayo. Brayo, are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. Thank you.
The end.
And why is Brayo tongue-tied about me? You have spent some time with a narcissistic person. And they took their time to send everybody away from your life. So the second step is always to prepare for the after fight. It's usually very nasty.
Yeah.
And how to win it? To those who matter to you, show them the truth. You have been gathering evidence if you're a wise person by that point. Because any instinct by a narcissist is, they are so good of convincing people that you feel a natural urge to gather evidence, to record the audios, to gather texts. That's the only way people can see there's another side to this person.
Yeah.
The third thing is, prepare to start a fresh life.
Okay.
Move to a faraway place where you can introduce yourself afresh. That's a very high cost to pay, admittedly. People have even flown abroad. Mikali,
Yeah.
you may have to leave your country. As I told you, your social space is not the whole of Kenya.
No. It is not.
Really, your social space is small, and one
Very
person can pollute all of it.
Yeah.
Your family, your church, your friends, you're finished. You're feeling so naked, so misunderstood. Sometimes, when you manage to get away, migrate. Go to another place, find new church, new people, change social media presence, start another life afresh.
Yeah.
These people are so devilish. And if it is about children, sometimes you may sacrifice. Let them remain the children and send whatever I have to send, if they insist on. Because they don't care about the children. They just want to use the children to access you, to punish you. They don't have the capability to care about anybody. These are devils in human forms. Yes.
You know, when we talk about narcissists and the things that they do to people, they might take you down to a level of self-loath where you do not believe that you deserve better, that you do not believe that there is anything that is possible other than what it is that you have at the moment.
Only they who can accept you,
Yes.
who can put up with you.
Yes.
Look at how terrible you are, what kind of man are you? That guy was telling us, okay, he was being put down so badly that he feels like trash. It was after talking to a few friends who really knows him that his spirit revived.
Oh my God.
They can put you to a place where only they can tolerate you. You are a very terrible human being. And you believe that to take very long until you can see yourself again as a king, as a queen, as a precious person. So long. That's why I began by a warning. As you spend one more day in that inferno, know that burns at some point become irreparable. Shorten the time.